Good morning. Good morning. It is release day, issue 69. 69, friends. That's a huge number. That is where we're at. If we have not met before, I'm Catherine Tashjian, the founder and CEO of Scrapbook and Cards. Today, I get the pleasure of walking through this gorgeous issue with you. And I was just in the comments, just chatting. Last weekend we were at our first in-person event in 3 years, hosting this in-person event. First time in 3 years in Moncton, New Brunswick. And I see some of my friends from there jumping in, and I'm like, how was that already a week ago? So much has happened. Few more card making event boxes shipped. We got 1,400 Let's Stamp Togethers out this week, got distribution finished on the magazine, and all leading to today. So I saw Susan's here, Paige is here, Jen is here. Sometimes I read off these names, and as I go through this issue, and I'm like, can I just pinch myself that I get to work with this team that I do, and that I'm the one that gets to sit here and present their gorgeous work to you, honestly. So if you're joining me this morning, thank you. For some, it's probably quite early. And I know that Gail Lucker, who we just met, is on the West Coast. And she actually just flew to the Far East Coast to be with us last weekend. And what a joy it was to meet her. And I'm thinking, Gail, that is way early in the morning. And it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm sporting some green. What did Simple Stories say this morning? May your days be filled with rainbows and gold. So I hope that's what it is for you. But I have gold sitting in my little hands right here. And it is beautiful. So should we dive right in? And I have so much, my desk looks like a mess here, but I have so much to show you today. I just had to keep collecting things. I kept some artwork back, and I am super excited. And Mr. SCT, if you're watching, I know that I left a piece on the table that I did want to show. So if you're watching, can you bring that into the studio for me? Okay. All right. So we got Douglas behind the scenes. He's the one bringing us live this morning, and I always appreciate his tech ability because I have none. And we're going to just dive right in now. So why don't we go overhead and we can look at this gorgeous cover. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe I'm going to come in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right. So here, guys, you're going to notice the first thing that we've changed on the cover is we put a card. And you know what? For years, we've been Scrapbook and Cards for 17 years as of today. And you know what? It was just this amazing idea from our editor-in-chief, Susan Opel, who said, you know what? We really should put a card on the cover. So let's start doing that. And I was like, that is a brilliant idea. So this beautiful layout was created by Natalie D'Souza on our team. And, always adore Natalie's work. And this photo itself, it's like we had to do birthday, right? It's 17 years. That's a big number. We got to celebrate. And Letitia Yost created this beautiful card to coordinate with it. So absolutely love this together. And so much fun. So yeah, just bring it right over, Jack. We're overhead, so we're good. Just put it on the side there because I got to show this. It was so pretty, I had to show it. All right, so let's dive right in. Always the issues, you're going to see Echo Park is right here. They've got Club EP. They have this beautiful new baby collection, Our Baby. And look at this wild thing. And well, sometimes kids are little wild things, aren't they? So that's kind of good. Look at this cute giraffe. Isn't it the sweetest? So, and I love this little, all the little onesies hanging on a row here. So that's here. Concord and Ninth, friends. On April, I believe it is April 10th, I think is the day, but don't kind of quote me on that. But I think that's the date that I remember. They are launching, I think 25 brand new colors. But guess what? If you're in our card event, you are already going to get some of these colors. So there is Nectar, there is Harbor, there is Blueberry. Aren't they just beautiful? So 25 new colors coming, and paper and ink coming from Concord and Ninth. Do not miss that. It's amazing. And then one of my more favorite collections, and if you know me, I always say Floral is my favorite color. Here, There, and Everywhere collection from Echo Park is a beautiful one. And then they've also got Here Comes the Sun. So sampler friends, you may be seeing some of these collections coming in an upcoming sampler. And then leads me right here to, here's the table of contents. Here's all the magic right here. So you can go through our sections: noteworthy, essentials, 3 T's, and 3 I's. 3 T's, of course, stands for tips, tricks, techniques, and 3 I's, insight, ideas, insights, and inspiration. And goodness knows, you're going to find a lot of that in this issue. So Allie Skifton celebrating her 50th with all her good friends right here. So Allie, what so great. I actually have this card by Kathy Z to show you. And then Jana Eubank, new to our team this year, created this gorgeous mini album. And there's actually a video on our YouTube channel where she walks through this. So that's super exciting. We had, of course, we give the photo to 3 designers. And so with Sarah Key, who you're also going to see Sarah Key, she has a layout in the gallery, our inspiration gallery, and has the cutest girls. So she created this beautiful layout. Let's see, can I get in a little closer here? I need to show you these because they really are pretty awesome. Oh, look, it's not even zooming in too quick. There we go. There we go. So this beautiful layout, Cupcake Time by Sarah Key. And then this one, beautiful one by Carla Dower. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, 3 entirely different looks from one photo. And I love that we do this and we get, different variations. So, and there's our darling editor-in-chief. There's Susan, who really does make all this magic happen, and super, super grateful for all her hard work and her love of words, because gosh, she's amazing. And she created this beautiful shaker card right here. Love it so much. So extra, guys, here's what's coming up. So we've got National Scrapbook Day on Saturday, May 6th. You are not going to want to miss that. Megan Andrew is putting together, who is our content coordinator, is putting together a fantastic day. And you'll know kind of, what you're in for if you joined us this week for Challenge Week. Again, she knocked it out of the park with challenges. And wait till you see what she's put together for our birthday week that kicks off on Monday. We've got our designers and our manufacturers all coming together, and it is going to be a giant party. So I hope you'll join us all next week on the blog, and you'll see it through social media as well. It'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Instagram, but we're super, super excited. We always do a call for our summer call. Always has a sketch in it. Well, each call has a sketch in it, so you're going to find that call. So go to scrapbookandcards.com, current call. We want to see your work. Always, always, always. So make sure that you catch this. And then we've got our crop and create dates here. So we've got a couple more. So next weekend is our card event for 2,900 friends in 25 different countries around the world. Then we have a virtual paper crafting event where we've got 1,000 friends joining us. And then in the fall, you'll see the dates. We've got another card making event, a paper crafting event, and a holiday event. So it is, if I thought the spring was busy, oh my gosh, the fall is going to be even crazier. So, and then in the issue, we've given you this little guide here. So look for these free sketches, free cut files and things you can download, and then video tutorials as well. So be sure to look for all these little icons throughout the issue. And what is spring without hero arts? And doesn't this gold hero paste look amazing? Amazing. And I love how they've done the background here. So this is from their brand new spring catalog. So if you're looking for inspiration, you're going to want to head to Hero Arts. And then we've got the Tricolor Spectrum Noir 3-in-1 brush markers. If you have played if you've been in our events, then you know we have played with these Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend pens, and they are amazing, amazing. So now, this is one of my favorite sections, and I got some show and tell for you on this one. So we have got the essentials here, and this is some brand new calendar papers from Doodlebug Design, the day-to-day. So look at this. If you are ever doing a calendar for someone, a calendar project and layouts, look at this calendar paper. I mean, it's beautiful. You have the stickers that go on top. You've got the little dates, little numbers, calendar number stickers. But look at the array of colors this comes in. Isn't that beautiful? Doodlebug colors always. I mean, look at that green. Look at those greens. And then you've got, so totally Roy G. Biv right through the whole spectrum. I love it. And then on the back is just, you've got some patterns as well. So Virginia Nabel created this really fun project, and I can't believe I actually gave it back to her this week, and I don't have it here with me, but She's going to do a walkthrough of this on the blog at some time in the next quarter. So you're going to see that, and then some elegant stitch frames, slimline dies from our dear friends at LDRS. So you're going to see these beautiful stitched frames. Aren't they gorgeous? So yes, so watch our blog. You're going to see Virginia, how she created this. These folios were beautiful. All right, Painted Garden by Creative Memories. Again, just so pretty for the spring. Polyglaze sheets, which are new to Gina K Designs, and I just happen to have that card that we photographed. But look at the shine. I don't know if I'm capturing that. Am I getting it? Are we getting it, Douglas? Is it gorgeous? So they come in all sorts of different patterns. I have a couple here. So I have this polyglaze, and these you just run with foil and through a laminator. So you do not need a heat foil tool. These just go right through a laminator. So there's the flowers on Gina's card, and then look at that beautiful background. I don't know if we can see that. Yeah, it's hard to see, but yeah, beautiful. So foil, a laminator, and you've got great success right there. So love those polyglaze sheets, Gina. Who doesn't need a lilac guillotine? We Are Memory Keepers has their whole lilac line, and we love this guillotine. The pet line from Simple Stories, Pet Shop by Simple Stories. You know, here's a fun one. And again, I have this whole collection here, and look at this sticker sheet. So yes, you have all the pets, but you guys, don't think because it's a pet line, it just has to be used for pets, because Virginia just used this collection as the attendee kit at our, I'm going to try and show this as best as I can. She used this as the attendee kit at our Moncton event, and you know what? You barely see any, let me just show you some photos of what she created, but you don't really see any animals. I mean, this is a great birthday layout, and so the colors are so bright and fun. And there's one more, and again, you know, she's used this collection, but not for pets. So love it. Love, love, love. All right. And then we've got some brand new, well, we've got the Easter time collection from Echo Park, always quintessential Easter. Love it. Pretty soft, very spring. Deco foil, hot foil by Thermoweb. And this, you know, you've always known that they've had foil for use with toners and laminators, but now they're adding another type of foil, including the Deco foil hot foil. So you're going to want to check it. If you love the hot foiling system, make sure you check out this brand new Deco foil. We love it. Threads of Kindness by Concord and Ninth. And yeah, I wasn't given this back, so I kept this. Look at this collection. So you've got layering stencil. You've got 3 sets of layering stencils. You've got this beautiful stitch die, the beautiful outline die, shadow die, a great stamp set for this, but look at the card it creates. I mean, is that not beautiful? Absolutely love that way that's stenciled and die cut, but you can also stitch it, and look at the stitching in that. Isn't that beautiful? Would make a gorgeous card with the stitching. So that's from our friends at Concord and Ninth, brand new from their spring release. Love it very much. And then we've got Showers and Flowers by Photoplay Paper. Again, another super fun collection from our friends at Photoplay. All right, we're moving on. Designer Challenge, this is where we give these 4 products. So this time we gave One Fine Day from LDRS Creative 6x6 pad, our very own beautiful Blossom stamp and die set, which you can find on our website. The Life is Beautiful page pieces from Simple Stories, and then One Fine Day puffy large alphabet stickers. And what we do is we give those products, so those 4 products, to 3 designers. This time we gave it to 4 designers. So here Lisa Dickinson created this beautiful layout. Always love Lisa's work. Becky Adams, she created this beautiful double page layout called Those Smiles, and has a video that I see many of you have already watched this morning. And then Victoria Calvin, and I love the way she used our stamp and die here. Here, I'm gonna go up a little bit so you can see that. Look at just in the black and white, and look how beautiful that is as a backdrop to her embellishment clusters. Beautiful, Victoria. Amazing, amazing. So, and then Jess Forrester did a pocket page, which you'll find on our website, again with the collection and these beautiful Easter photos. So head on over to the bonus content page and you will see exactly what Jess Forrester created with it as well. Honeybee stamps, love them. Love, love, love this teapot. If you're a big tea drinker like I am, you know that spoke to my heart right there. So, so beautiful collection from their spring, and these strawberries. I mean, look how pretty they've been created. Love it. Love it. Product play this time was all about some stamping and stenciling secrets from some of our favorite experts. So in this case, I love Jen Shorkus. She did this beautiful slimline card with, one of her favorite things is the Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station. And so she's used that, but she just gives you all sorts of her little secrets here, and then also a great video. And I also want to give Jen a shout out. I know that Crop on the Cape is opening today, and I think she's got over 300 attendees there for the weekend. And Jen, I wish you a great event. I'm sure it's, as always, going to be amazing. And then I've got Gina's card here for this one, and this was Masking Magic. So I love how Gina has created and stamped, and then this is vellum. So you see it looks a little softer, but she's put this beautiful little strip of vellum. But with her Masking Magic strips, she's been able to mask off all these areas to use all these different stencils to create such a gorgeous rainbow. So love this, Gina, it's beautiful. And then we had Callie Person, one of my favorite card makers, join us as well. And she's created this beautiful layout or beautiful card. And she loves, one of her favorite products was the Distress Micro Glaze from Ranger, which she's added to the images as well. So always fun to know what the experts love to use and what their kind of their favorite product is. And I love that we were able to do that with these amazing designers. Brutus Monroe. You know, if you're on in our card event, then Brutus, Christopher Allen, owner Brutus Monroe, was with us yesterday, and he's always so fun. But love their Spring Fling release was a really fun one, and you'll see if you head on to their website, brutusmonroe.com, you'll see more of that collection that they've released. There's, again, more of Gina's polyglaze sheets, and you can see a few different patterns that I didn't have, and even sentiments, you guys, even sentiments. I love that. So you can see that Gina K Designs. Again, it's a paper crafted birthday, right? I mean, we're celebrating, so the issue had to have a whole lot of birthday in it. And this is, Letitia created this beautiful set. And what we asked our design team was, you know, their favorite birthday memory. So I hope you'll go into the issue, and I hope that you'll read these cute little bits that our designers have put in and what their favorite birthday memory was. But this from Lawn Fawn, just absolutely beautiful, super cute balloons, because who doesn't love a hot air balloon? Then this is what I wanted Mr. SCT to bring up, and I had it all folded at one point, but I wanted to show you a little more of this birthday banner, because, you know, it's so hard to show the details sometimes in print. It really is. But this, I mean, look at all the stitching that Becky has done on each of these letters. Becky Adams, this was beautiful. I almost don't want to send it back to you, because I think I would love to put this up on my mantle, you know, for birthdays. Look at how beautiful that is. So these are the letters from Spellbinders, and they're all stitched, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous job on this banner, Becky. Love it. And then look at this great card from Delay featuring Doodlebug, these Doodlebug monster stamps. I mean, is that not the funnest birthday card? I love it. I love it. And then Paige Evans, you know, this beautiful banners on this page. And I, you know, she speaks to my heart here, because she said a new Cafe Rio opened on, you know, close to this on her birthday. So she had to go there on her birthday. And I'm telling you, Paige, I would have been right there with you, because I love Cafe Rio. And apparently the way to eat Cafe Rio is you get the salad, but you get both dressings. So you do half and half. I was told that was a secret, and they weren't wrong. So anyways, love this beautiful layout. Here, Wendy Sue Anderson has done a double page layout, and I love how she's done this shaker candle in the middle, and it's so much fun. So she cut the letters for 17 3 times and layered them thickness so that they would be kind of similar to the thickness of this beautiful shaker as well. And I always love her stories. Wendy, love it. Susan created this really, really fun birthday card using, let me see, that was Concord and Ninth, My Favorite Things, Spellbinders, Hot Foil, Hot Blade from Spell. Like, she's got a lot going on in this card. It's beautiful. And then Sam's first birthday, Jess Forrester's little guy, Sam. And this was such a great pocket page of his first birthday. So, and really love all the stories that the girls put in, that our team put into this as well. And then we got one more, and this is this beautiful mini album that I always feel like we cannot show a mini album the way it needs to be shown. So I'm so happy that Jana has done a full walkthrough of this album so that you can see it for all its dimension, all its layers. It is beautiful. Beautiful. So make sure, again, look for this icon right at the top here, and make sure you jump in and onto our YouTube channel to see that. Spellbinders, I think the ads are sometimes just as pretty as the artwork. I mean, look at all this beautiful, beautiful cards on this Spellbinders ad. They really do. The ads just add to the inspiration of the issue, and I love that. All to new tool alert. Are you listening? New tool, and I love tools. And this is Altenew's brand new stamp wheel. And so if you just scan this with your phone, you can go right to a video that's going to show you a whole lot more about this, and love it. So it's a clear flip plate. It's all the great things. It has a sticky mat. It has a lock and key mechanism so you can turn things. I mean, really very thoughtfully designed by crafters. You'll love it. So, and I'm super excited as we get into creating with sketches. We have a new sketch artist joining us, Allison Davis. I'm sure you know her from Scrapbook Generation, and her designs are just incredible. So she created this beautiful sketch that was for our spring call, and we picked Andrea Lake, again, one of my favorite new designers. Well, not new. She's not new, but she's amazing. She is amazing. But, you know, I've seen her work just more and more lately, so newer to me, but absolutely gorgeous the way she created this with all the layers and all the stitching. Beautiful, Andrea. And then Allison has created more sketches, so we gave this one to Wendy Sue for a beautiful double page layout, gave this 8.5/11 to Megan, and a sweet photo of dear Lizzie. And again, you have another video, a walkthrough process video of how Megan put this layout together. And then look at all the bonuses, all these bonus sketches you have. So you can go onto our website, see more, but what is even amazing is that Allison, with her bonuses, with her sketches, has also given you all these bonus options. So you are going to want to check this out. There's so many options. You want more photos? Here's how you lay out the sketch. Less photos, bigger title. She's quite amazing in the resource she's provided us and you, so that you can get so much more out of these sketches. Love it. Okay, and take a quick drink here. Okay, because we got so much more to go. All right, and look at these beautiful cards that Charlene Madrid created. Again, what did I say earlier? Catherine's favorite colors, floral. So I love how she's put these, and the dimension of these is beautiful, and that was out of that sketch design. And you can see how she's done it both ways. So, you know, just because a sketch is one way, turn it about, flip it, it's, you know, rotate it. It's amazing. So love, Charlene, how you did this. And again, submit your work. We have our summer call is out right now. So we would love, love, love to see your work. LDRS, beautiful new collection that they've released, but also some beautiful new tools. And this Luxe magnetic mat, if you were in our card event last night, then you got to see this. If you were at our Moncton event, then you got to see it as a prize on the table donated by our on-site store. But here's the good news. I was texting with Angie late last night after her live, and there's one coming to the SCT studio. So I am super happy because this magnetic glass craft mat is amazing, really amazing. Okay, pocket play. We got to work with the amazing Jessica Upton. I mean, I guess how many times can I say the word amazing? But what else can I say? We got to work with Jessica Upton, and she created these beautiful pocket page layouts. You can see, and just gives you all sorts of tips, you know, about adding layers, keep it simple, save time. So you're going to want to look at all these little tips that Jessica's given you for creating the best pocket page layouts. Design 101 article I actually really love because we don't give a lot of direction to our team. We tell them to create a layout or create a card, you know, whatever the project we're looking for. And we love when they tell us why it works. And so, Susan goes through this with the designer and all the reasons why it works, giving design movement, creating depth to layered die cuts. Don't be afraid to be odd. Odd number cluster of elements are the way to go. So keep it soft, in this beautiful layout from Jana Eubank, repeat textures, use splattered ink or spray, repeat. So when you go through these, you actually get a real understanding of, I love this layout, but why do I love this layout? And you really can see, why it works. So Design 101 is great. Again, love what Victoria Calvin did here, how to anchor your photos, add some touches, frame your layout. I mean, this layout is so much about the frame and how that brings so much impact to the inside. And, white space. I mean, white space is just, gives restful space to the eye, but it also brings together all these elements so beautifully. With Kathy's, I love, and again, we've got a process video as to, and if you've watched Kathy's these videos, then you know. And so, and if you haven't, I encourage you to do so because she just makes these all look so easy and she makes you want to do all the things. She really does. And what I love, well, beyond the fact that she told me I get to keep these beautiful cards, I love how she created it in two different colorways and how the impact of two different colorways, one a little brighter, one a little softer. So, depending on the friend you're giving it to, you got one of those big bright friends, there you go. You've got, want something a little softer, here you go. So love that Kathy did that, but also love all of her tips. So yeah, so watch that video. Now we're in the center. We're at the halfway point, friends. And there's still so much more. So love scrapbook.com, love their ads, but I love when I discover also new tools when I look at the ads, when I'm going through the proofing process. So here, Spellbinders and scrapbook.com have teamed up for a Black Platinum 6 with pink cutting plates. Again, I think maybe one of those needs to be on the shelves behind me. Just saying. And then they've also got their 12 by 12 stackable paper trays, which fit right into a calyx cabinet. So aren't those the IKEA calyx? So amazing, either in clear and white. So organization is your thing. I mean, I would like my shelves to look like that. So beautiful. Our friends at Tailored Expressions, I love this, changing the world one handmade card at a time. And isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? I mean, how much do you love giving a handmade card? How much do you love receiving a handmade card? So, Mally says she senses a lot more shopping coming along. Yep, I agree, Mally. So check out Tailored Expressions. They're super fast in their shipping and again, have also launched a whole lot of innovative products of recent. So beautiful. So Delana Carr, she's worked with the, with a whole bunch of, so she's got the dyes, the ink, and the paint is all from Altenew, sequins from Honeybee, but she's created this beautiful layered card that we had to just show up and close. So Floral Fantasy is the idea behind all of the three eyes here. And just the way our team has put florals into their designs. So the challenge was to create cards and layouts awash with florals, and that they did. So I'm just going to push that over a little bit. All right, so you've got big bouquets here from Natalie D'Souza. Again, Natalie, one of the most beautiful layouts. People and Flowers, Megan's created this beautiful, absolutely beautiful 8.5-11 layout with the Creative Memories collection that we featured in our top 10. Paige Evans, beautiful Bloom and Grow. If you know Paige, she's like me. We love all the flowers and absolutely love how she's done this with a cut file. Gorgeous. All right, and then Mari Clark has created this one, All the Daisies. Absolutely, just it has such a mixed media feel to it, and again, just all the layers. And I wish I'd kept this layout to show you because it had just fantastic layers. Mindy Egan, you're lucky you got this card back, my friend, because it almost didn't come back to you. But beautiful folk art flowers. Love this from Concord and Ninth. This whole collection here. And I did love it. Becky Adams, again, with this beautiful background. How fun. I love these wood texture backgrounds. They just create such a perfect backdrop for a whole lot of photos and a whole lot of design in the middle. And Becky's also done as you'll see here, she's done a great video where she walks you through how she put this layout together. I know, I promise I'm going to come up with different words next time. I'm going to have a whole thesaurus of them right here. Beautiful, amazing, fantastic. So, Lawn Fawn, always look at this elephant parade, friends. Look at who loves elephants. I love elephants. And, I remember my niece did a semester during her master's in Africa, and she went to an elephant sanctuary where she puts where you put the elephants to bed. So you literally just sit with them as it's their time to go to bed. And I was incredibly jealous. I love elephants. So super, super cute elephant parade. And then, of course, you've got these cute, rabbits and woodland creatures. And I mean, if you love critters, then you love Lawn Fawn. Amazing. Mindy Egan is back with this creative cards, and our focus of creative cards again was what are your stamping secrets. So we went to a bunch of designers that we've worked with in this issue and said, what's your secret? So each one of these, Mindy's done a great video how she put this together, but read their tips. We took the instructions out this issue because we thought the tips, people just want the tips, want to know kind of why the designer, what was the process, what was the thought behind it. So I love that we've added all these great tips. Love here, Mari Clark has done this where she actually stamped, let's see if I can get in that closer there. She actually stamped on her background and then layered up her die cuts. And look at the dimension that offers. It's beautiful. Love that. And Stamping Secret 2 was make your own pattern with small stamps. Well, that's kind of fun, again, in her background. Kim Kesty, I say it always, one of my favorites. Her Stamping Secret was create a custom inked background, which she's done on this card. Second one was stamping with an embossing folder. That's so clever. So she gives you kind of the tip here on how she's done that. And here we've got some more from ThermoWeb. So spring into creativity with deco foil. And if you love fun things that are shiny, but they've got flock transfer. What have we got here? Yep, from shiny foil to fluffy flock. They've got you. So check out what ThermoWeb has released. That's so fun. And then Emily Midget's cards. Her stamping secret was using a solid image stamps as a base for coloring and kind of coloring on or doing lighter stamps on a darker background, so the impact of that is beautiful. Second one was protect and preserve your stamped colors. And she's done that by using stamp on colored cardstock, adding, for example, if Emily, let's see. So what she did is she's used a clear embossing powder, is what I'm trying to say. She's used a clear embossing powder to protect some of those stamped images as she's continued stamping. And I'm sorry that you don't quite see a little bit of the shine on this card, but it's all there. It's beautiful. And then we wrap it up with Nicole Spohr and adding text over stamped images. That's really fun to create this custom background with this text stamp. And her second one was create one layer cards with lots of interest. And she talks about just how she has layered all of those different, the stamping and the stenciling to create this beautiful card. So yes, Creative Memories, you're going to want to join their virtual Facebook group. They have lots going on. So if you're looking for challenges, you're looking for album challenges, they've got weekly live streaming, secret box openings, so you get a peek of what's coming, then be sure to join our friends at Creative Memories in their Facebook group. Stamps of Life, new company we're working with this year and could not be more excited. Stephanie Barnard I've met many years ago, and so fun that we're working together. But look at this rainbow. And if you're in our card event that's coming up next weekend, Stephanie's kit, the Stamps of Life kit, was a stunning one. So, they've got all sorts of different kits you're going to want to look at. And again, they've got club discount. So check out this ad and you can see all that they've used, stampsoflife.com, but those bunnies are the cutest. So here's something I'm excited about. Lisa Varshine, we're working with Lisa this year on a series article, and if you're a memory keeper, then you're going to love Lisa's approach to photography for memory keeping specific. It's not necessarily about, okay, let's get your camera out, put on manual mode, and let's teach you how to use it. It's really more about getting the best stories out of your photos, and Lisa is the expert. She's worked with Ali Edwards Designs for years, and love how she tells us the tip, don't forget the candid shots. She created this, consider a shot list, and sometimes that's really important. I know when I'm having a dinner party, I always do kind of a food list, but why not go into an event with a shot list so you can remember, right, I wanted to take this shot or that shot. So Lisa's going to help you through that. And again, she's just launched an online class or a class in our online classroom. So if you want to know more, we've got an 11-month course right now, and it's self-paced, so you can join anytime. But we've got Lisa's in our online classroom now with this amazing class, Photography 101. So be sure to check it out. And I love this, story tip. If you decide to go with an interview, like how fun to interview, say, your kids at every birthday and kind of ask the same questions. And over the years, you can imagine those answers are sure going to change. But how great that what she's asked her daughter for her, who's turning 10. So love that. So again, Photography 101, and be sure you check out Lisa's article in every issue this year. So Bella Boulevard, life is better on the farm, and these farm animals are super cute. Look at this little piggy. You've got this donkey, just a rooster. I mean, super, super, super cute patterns. Love it. Love it. Our friends at Ranger, well, really, did they need an explanation? I mean, he's just got this brand new color, Lost Shadow, which is the gray that everybody didn't know they needed until they saw it. And it's like, oh my gosh, we need this. So Tim just keeps, she just keeps up in the game and bringing out the new distress colors and so many innovative products. I know this weekend in our card event, we're going to be working with Simon Hurley and his stamping foam. And that, again, is such an innovative, fun product, but really, love all that Ranger does. We have another brand new article, this time one-page article from Paige, and we're calling it Paige is Paige. And Paige, if you're in the group, and I think I saw you here earlier, tell us how many hours did it take to stitch this? Because I think it was something like 24 hours. It was a lot, but every little bit of this is stitched. And Paige is known for her stitching, also known for cut files. So friends, this year you're going to see, you're going to get just a little window into Paige's, the way she creates, and what her focus is, and some really fun Paige's process. So you'll learn from this. And of course, you've got a video on how she's put this together and how she attaches her paper stitching projects. So anyways, you're gonna want to tune into that. Pink and Main, again, it's spring. I love the spring issue, and I love it for all the florals, but beautiful. Now, Inspiration Gallery. So we changed it a little bit. Normally, we just kind of had a block of photos that kind of give you a window into what's inside. And then we said, why are we doing that? Let's actually put more artwork in here. So we've got from Gloria Parra, our dear friend in Bolivia. She created this layout, and then Veronica Zales created this card, and we thought how fun to marry them together and give you two beautiful pieces on one page. So we've done that, and then we're going to go through it. Again, Marcia DeNix, Nicole Martel. Again, I told you Sarah Key. Look at these cute girls. And Sarah Key did one of the layouts that was on the cover. Marianne Perez, beautiful card. And just love Kathy Pizzapatti, how she's put all the layers in this card. It's really something. And Kat Benjamin, we got some circles and some flowers. Cindy Green, I mean, how fun is the border on this? And look at that little one. So cute. Fabrice Cote, we love your card. And then we had another layout from the sketch call that we just said, nope, we've got to share it. So here's another version of our sketch that was in back, about 40 pages. Lori Scott, love these family photos. Betsy Green, I asked her if I could actually keep this so I could show it to you. And if I could just borrow it for the walkthrough. I didn't ask her if I could keep it, but look at the dimension in that. Isn't that stunning? Stunning. So always hard to kind of get all the layers in paper, but this is why it's fun to do this walkthrough and show you some of those layers. So Betsy, we love that. And just look how cute it sits. It just sits just like that. So Allie Skifton, we saw that. Beautiful. Love how she's rolled these papers on the bottom. And then we've got another card here and a couple more layouts. Rebecca Ruiz. Again, circles, seeing a lot of circles again, and that's really fun. And Claudia Ressler, love what you've created there. We have another new product to show. This is the Paper Pouncers, which is a new product from our friends at Picket Fence. So again, a new custom designed inking tool, apply ink faster, easier, and very comfortable to use, they say. I've actually not used one, but I think we've got some of those coming to the office. So I'm excited. And just by scanning this QR code here, you can see more. You can see more of their spring release. That brings us to our friends at Scrapbook Adhesives, because you always need adhesive. In every project we do, we need adhesive, and we certainly love theirs. Looking for where to find to get the magazine, where can you pick up an actual physical copy? Then you're going to want to have a peek at our store directory. All these stores actually have the copy. Looking for our advertisers and want to go back to something you saw in maybe one of theirs, here's our directory here. And then from Crafter's Companion, we have Nature's Garden. So another really pretty spring collection, Wildflower. And then we're going to finish it up here, almost, not quite, but almost, with Close to My Heart. And again, another QR code you're going to want to scan to become part of their VIP customer. We're working, we've expanded the With Love this time, and we're working with Bethany Deschamps, who we just absolutely adore. And she created this beautiful Easter box with this cute shaker tag and love and some design tips along the way as well. So she's sharing. And then she was sweet. She had time to do a video and showing you how she created these projects. And you're going to want to check out Bethany on YouTube. She just has a whole channel of amazing projects. All right, before we go, okay, I've got a few things here. Let me just show you. Okay, so here, Kathy Zilski, our incredible art director, has created these beautiful cards, which I printed off just to show you. You just print them off through your printer, and then you can cut them, and you can create pocket pages with them. You could add this on a layout. That could be a card front. Beautiful spring memories, you know, love this story. So if you want to put this on a layout, this beautiful piece, even put it on the back of a layout if you want, and write the story of what that layout is about. Because, you know, here's the thing to always remember, you know, 50 years from now, we're going to have people looking at these albums that we've created, and we want to make sure we've answered the who, the how, the why, the where, the when, so that people know. How many times do we look at old photos that we have and we have no idea? You know, we see that 70s floral couch in the background, but whose house is that? So make sure you're writing the details on your layouts. And this is just a great way to slip something even onto the back of it. So, and then Paige Evans has created this incredible cut file, which my dear friend Gail cut out for us so we could show it today. And how fun is that? So we can't wait to see what you create with these printables and these cut files. And remember to always tag us at SCT Magazine. Lost our signal for a minute. So, okay, so we're going to just wrap it up here. So again, you've got all these amazing checklists. Make sure you check all these boxes to get all the things that are in the issue. Life in Bloom, Simple Vintage from Simple Stories. You know, I'm going to say the word beautiful again. I have to. It really, really is beautiful. So can we go overhead just so we can finish with this? Well, there we go. Yeah, so there we go. So beautiful. And love this album that's been created as well. And then, for so many years, we finished it up with our dear friends at Doodlebug Design. They have been on our back cover for, I think, 14 years now. And, you know, love Cynthia, Tanya, and the whole crew, John, the whole crew at Doodlebug Design, and this super fun Over the Rainbow collection. Yes, it has some gnomes. So if you're a lover of the gnomes, you're going to love this collection. You know, so many of these papers, even though I'm not a lover of gnomes, and if you know me, you know that. However, there is so much more to this collection than the gnomes. So you are going to want to get it. You know, there's a wee little place that's hidden away deep in the forest where lucky gnomes play. So love, and I just, my eye always goes right to that stripe. So that, my friends, that's the issue. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm so glad that you have had a chance to be with me today. Oh, look, I'm in a circle. That's so fun. I'm so glad you were with me today to look at this issue and to walk through it. I am so incredibly proud of the team that puts this issue together. They are, honestly, I do pinch myself at times thinking I get to work with these incredible, incredible people. So for our whole team, and there's so many behind the scenes, and of course, a huge love to Jen, who sent me the sweetest text this morning that was like, go launch issue 69. What an exciting day. And Jen has been with me since literally the very beginning. So, so fun to share this time with you. And I'm so excited by the month we've had. We started by shipping out these 2,900 boxes. We then shipped out, 900 samplers. Then we went and held an in-person event with 140 of our dear friends in Moncton who surprised me with a 10-minute slideshow at the end of our 10-year memories of being in Moncton, and I did a full-on ugly cry. Vicki Booten and I, we ugly cried because we have been there 10 years and we had missed them these last 3. Anyways, that was really fun. Then we launched we got this issue up for distribution. We held our unboxing event on Wednesday. We shipped out 1,400 Let's Stamp Togethers. I'm here with you today. Next weekend, I'm in Gina K's studio where we're hosting the card event, and it has just been the greatest month ever. So thank you for all that you do for our community. Thanks for being a part of it. For those that have watched, I appreciate that a lot. I know it's early, and I'm just excited to see everybody dive into this issue. If you don't have a physical copy, every single one of our issues you can download on our website for free. You can either download it or just view it for free. We always, the day it goes live, we make sure that our friends all the way around the world that maybe can't get a physical copy can still join in on the inspiration. So download it, download all the free cut files, download go watch all the videos. I think we've given you a lot to do this weekend. So thank you, friends. Super excited that we were able to do this together. So have a wonderful day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you soon.